Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well. It's really nice to meet you all again through this channel. So, for today's devotion, I have titled this as What's in Your Box. A few weeks ago, one of our pastors was moving to another congregation. So, before he left us, he was discussing something which is really interesting. I thought I should share that with you. So he got a box, a cardboard box in which he had some stuff. So he wanted to share what happened throughout the whole time he was with us. And then the box contained several things. One was his Bible, which was quite worn out, and there were a lot of post-it notes. He used that Bible to prepare his sermons, he said. And then there is this hymn book that he really liked, and it kind of contained a collection of all the songs that he liked. And then previously he was a lawyer before he became a reverend, so he had something that denoted that. And then he had a football inside that box, which spoke to his favorite game, his pastime, what he does. And then he also had several other things. So this made me thinking, what is in my box? I actually, through this devotion, I want you all to think about what is in your box, more than what we have done so far with our lives. I thought it'll be very useful for us to think about the promises and the things that God speaks to us through so many things every day. So thinking and reflecting on that'll be really useful. So I just wanted to share a few things from my box, and things that happened very recently, and how God carried me through those times. So the first thing is that it was a usual day. We were just walking. I was taking my son back from school, and I was listening to him talking to his friend. So my son was talking to this boy, and he was telling, "Oh, have you tried guava?" And the other boy told, "No, I don't know what guava is." So then he was trying to explain how guava tastes like. And then he asked me, "Amma, can you explain how guava tastes like?" And I was like, "How do you explain guava?" And it's like, "Oh, it looks like an apple, but it is not apple. And it is green in color. It looks green. And inside, if you cut, some guavas are pink, some are white." And I tried to describe it, but then I could nowhere go near to explain the taste of it. I know it is sweet. I know it has a unique flavor, but it's very difficult to describe to someone how something tastes unless someone has actually tried it. So it got me thinking. It's something like that. We, in our own lives, in our own everyday life, waking up, going to work, coming back from work, doing our laundry, washing our vessels. So doing these routine stuff, we see God in the very details. So God is in the details. And we taste and see. So what I wanted to just say in this point is that taste and see that the Lord is good. Anyone can describe it to you. You can read about it. You can write a thesis about it. But unless you taste and see in your life that He is good, that is a completely different experience. So that is the first point. And the second thing was recently I wrote an exam. It is a multiple choice exam. So before that exam, I was reading Jacob's Genesis chapter 13, which Jacob is left with the sheep, and he says that, okay, only the speckled and the spotted ones I'll take as my salary, and the remaining one will be for the Labans. And then what happens is that he goes to sleep, and God grants him in his dream what are all the sheep that have the characteristic of giving birth to the spotted and speckled ones, and then he manages to get more sheep to his flock. So while I was reading this, I thought, in an MCQ test, all the four options look very similar. So thinking, God, you tell me out of these options which is the one actually correct answer. All the four looks alike. While I was in the exam hall, it happened that if there is a question and there could be two possible answers. And when I read the question stem, I thought, oh God, please make sure that these God, please let these two options not be there. But then when I saw the options, the out of the two options which I was doubtful about, only one was there, so I could actually pick the correct answer. It's just to say that in our daily, everyday things, God shows up, and sometimes we don't even realize that it is God. And the third thing I wanted to talk about was, so the other day I was cutting lady's finger, and while I was cutting it, I just stopped for a moment and I saw the perfectness. When you cut the vegetable and see the cross section of it, so beautifully and symmetrical, and the shape is really nice, and it is kind of it is not uneven. You can even measure it, and it's perfect, the symmetry and the beauty in it. And it got me thinking that who can escape from who like there is this verse in Romans 1 verse 20 that says, for since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, his eternal power and divine nature have been clearly seen, being understood from what has been made, so that people are without excuse. So people are actually without any excuse to say, oh, I have not seen God. It is so clearly available in us, in what we do, in the creation, everywhere that we see. We can see the works of God in action. So it doesn't have to be a burning bush to come and talk to you. It can be anything, just about anything. Once you get to know that God is everywhere around you, surrounding you right now, you'll be able to see, your eyes will be open to see Him, His action. You are actually right in the middle of His goodness. So I just wanted to share this, to kind of ask you to think about, to invite you to think about what is in your box. What have you been thinking? What have you been thinking? What is in your box? So with that, I'll just close this devotion and hope it was useful. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.